retained earning, right? So it looks like the formula for ending retained earning balance that we just learned in our lecture 2 or maybe lecture 3, that ending retained earning is equal to beginning retained earning plus net income minus dividend. So it looks like that, right? All you need to do, just post all those entries, these entries into the retained earning accounts. You will find out the ending retained earning balance, which is exactly equal to beginning plus net income minus dividend. That's it. Okay, for classifying the assets, let's take a 10 minutes break and then we start from here. So any question regarding this this illustration? Ella, Harry, Pinjo, Nam, Anthony, Marilyn, Hyunjin Kim. Okay, let's go for a 10 minutes break, then we start from here. Okay, class, welcome back after the break. Okay, let's start our next topic, which is classifying assets, liabilities based on their liquidity. So we already talked about that. What is liquidity? Sorry. It is ability to convert into cash. How quickly something can be converted into cash. We call this liquidity. So in accounting, when we make balance sheet, which one is the most liquid one? And that is cash. Cash is the most liquid asset. And then after that, account receivables, because after cash, account receivables are usually collected very quickly, because we give some time, like 10 days, 5 days, 30 days to our customers to give us the money after the sales. And then there is inventory, which is less liquid than accounts receivable and cash. And then we have long-term long-term assets, which are equipment, building. These are even less liquid because it takes more time than inventory, accounts receivable to convert into cash, right? So in any statements, assets and liabilities are presented in order of a liquidity. Like first we write down the current assets and then we write down long-term assets. In liabilities, we write it down first current liability and then we write it down long-term liability. So classifying the assets and liability, here we go. Current assets whose life is less than or equal to 12 months, or according to the accounting year or financial year, that's it. Accounting cycle, that's it. Long-term assets, whose life is more than 12 months or accounting period, which include land, building, fixture, computer, vehicles, laptops, all those stuff, right? Similarly, intangible assets like goodwill, patents, their life is also for more than 1 year, so they are also categorized as long-term assets. Current liabilities whose life is less than 1 year or less than the accounting year. So these are notes payable, accounts payable, salary payable, unearned revenue, interest payable, tax payable, right? The long-term liability, these are whose life is more than 12 months or more than the accounting cycle, accounting period. So these are notes payable for long-term. Long-term debt like bonds payable, this kind of stuff, right? Now let's talk about the formats of the balance sheets. There are two kinds of format. One is called report format and other is called account format. Similarly, in income statement, we have two formats, multi-step and single step. So let's talk about the balance sheet report format. So this is the balance sheet in report format. The same thing is assets is equal to liabilities plus owner's equity, but we write it down in report form. First, we write down the assets, write down first the balance sheet, and then assets. Under assets, you first write down current assets, and then or you listed down all the current assets, and then long-term assets. You make a double line here to make the total assets. So you see here, there is a double line here. So these are the total assets. So why the two column here? Because these are 2 years combined balance sheet. And on liability and shareholder equity side, first you write down the current liabilities. See, total current liabilities with single underline here. Then long-term liabilities and total liabilities, again, single. You see here on the total liabilities and total equity, you see a double line. So double line must be equal to double line here, right? So this is how you represent the balance sheet in report format. In account format, left-hand side is called the asset, right-hand side is called the liabilities and owner's equity. So you see here, the double line must be equal to double line. The total must be equal to total, right? So these are the two presentations for showing a balance sheet, report format and account format, right? And here we go. The single step and multi-step income statement. There are two forms to represent the income. Income statement first is called the single step simple. Sales minus all the expenses. Revenue, all kind of revenue, interest, service revenue, all revenue, minus all expense. Then we have net income. Single step. Multi-step is sales minus cost of goods sold. We have gross profit, right? And then from gross profit, you less all the operation like selling and admin expenses, you find out the operating income, right? And then you you less all the income taxes, interest, and then you get the net income. In multi-step process of writing down the income statement, you have a couple of profits: gross profit, operating profit, and net profit. 3 profits, you write it down here, and each has its own significance. In single step, we don't have the gross profit, we don't have the operating income or operating profit, we just have sale minus all the expenses. We have just one net income, that's it, right? So here we go. I would be uploading the assignment 3, and remember the last date for assignment 3 would be the before this class next Wednesday, right? Please remember that your assignment must be in Word format, and you should rename your file accordingly. Your name, student ID, accounting, and assignment number, right? And why basically, some students, they ask this question, why we have to do this? It is beneficial for you because I am teaching other courses as well. And if you write it down, some students are also, having other courses with me. Plus, all these, your mark assignments will be submitted to the CIP repository. If something you want to check out, so you can request the office. Office can tell, easily go to your account. Okay, your assignment number 4. Okay, which subject. So it's easy for them to save it and retrieve it for your own convenience. Okay, and also when I check it, it's going to be easy for me to, so that your file is not replaced with the previous name or previous file. Maybe you send me the file, and when I copy it to your folder, and then it is replaced because you didn't change the file name, it was the same. For example, your name, right? And the file is now replaced, and I couldn't find the previous assignments. It's already changed and replaced, right? So this is beneficial for you as well, since we are operating in online semester, so it's easy for you to be more organized, right? So any question regarding our today's lecture? Ella,
No questions.
everything is clear?
Yeah.
If you still have any question, please do write us in our WeChat group, or please do visit the lecture 5 and this lecture I will be uploading. Okay?
Sure. Yes.
Harry, understand?
Yeah, all good. Thanks.
Good. Pinyo,
Yeah.
Kim, Hunjin Kim,
Yep.
Marilyn,
Yes.
Nam.
Yes.
Good. So if no more question, then see you next week. Until then, take care, stay safe. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Bye,
sir.
sir. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye.